How dare you mention Eurovision in my presence? I'm traumatized! No, I'm joking. Joking. Hey guys, I'm Mae Muller and I am spilling the tea with Cosmo. The inspiration behind my debut album is honestly just the past kind of 5 years of my life and growing up in London, being a young woman, going through relationships, the fallout of relationships, the fallout of friendships, anxieties. It's literally like I listen to this album and I can hear me growing up. I started it when I was a girl and now I'm a woman. I think finding the strength in vulnerability really inspired me actually in this album, and showing that really kind of, I think, allowed me to open up, and that is what truly like pushed it over the line. Rachel Chinariri, that girl, okay, that's like, we are like this. The second we met, we were just like, this is gonna work, like, love you. And we just know how to party, we do. And she's so much fun and I love her. I don't know, when we were in LA and we ended up, I do not advise this, and my manager's in the corner, she's gonna kill me, but we ended up in a stranger's truck at the back with no seatbelt on. He was nice in the end. Well, no, he wasn't a stranger. We had met him that night and we got to know him. Could have died, didn't die, would not advise that, but it was so funny. It was so much fun, and like, we were just in the back of this like truck and we were filming, and we were just, I don't know, it was just the weirdest thing. And we were just going to a house party and everything was fine, no one died, no one was a crazy person. I love giving gifts. I feel like that's one of my love languages, like how I show my love to other people. I love a thoughtful gift. I remember for one of my ex-boyfriends, wasn't that much of a good gift because we're not together anymore, but he loved, this is the first red flag, he loved the coconut flavoured Quality Streets. That was like his favourite. Very strange choice. But it was like at Christmas time and we always called each other, we had like a nickname for each other. And so I went, and there was like a concession in Selfridges and you could go and basically fill up a tin of Quality Street with just whatever you wanted. So I got him like a big tin just of the blue Quality Street, and then I changed the name of the tin to like the name we used to call each other, so it was like Thingy Street, whatever the name was. And I just like, I am so thoughtful, like that's so nice. Like if someone did that to me, for me, I would like probably cry. Yeah, I like giving gifts. And like physical touch. I love like a, if you're driving, like a little hand on the thigh, or like a holding like a hand that doesn't have, but it's not like PDA, but just like, you know, when you're like at a party and it's like they're just like letting you know they're there, you know, they're just like, they'll be talking to someone else, but if they've like got a hand on you, like, oh my god, I fucking love that. Maybe Big Zoo. I love him. I think he has the potential to like maybe do me a bit dirty for fun, but then I don't think he would, because he's actually like, he's a good guy. He's a good egg for sure. And I think it would be quite fun. It'd be quite a funny, quite like I feel like we would laugh, you know, and he'd probably make me a delicious meal while doing it. I don't know how he managed that, but I'm sure he'd make it happen. He'd definitely have some good snacks on deck. Big red flags, being rude to any kind of hospitality, like any kind of staff, like anyone, I mean just being rude in general, but like, don't, like if you don't say please or thank you, like basic manners, come on now. Like that to me is just, it gives like entitlement, and I don't like that. Like stinginess, and I'm not saying like you have to pay for everything, but like, why are you getting your calculator out? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. And people that take themselves too seriously, and people that don't get sarcasm. I'm quite a sarcastic person, and it's kind of my humour, and I think just being British, it's quite, we have that dry humour. So if I make like a dry humour joke and they're like, what? I'm like, oh, it's not gonna work, honey. I have dated a few Americans, and bless them, they try, but it's just a culture difference, do you know what I mean? And they just don't, they just don't get it, like the sarcasm. But then once you meet someone that does get it, it's like, okay, like you've got a good one, because like they're with the vibes. When have I been most starstruck? Probably when I met Lily Allen, because that's like my hero, and I probably wouldn't have started writing songs if it wasn't for her. And I was at like a sort of quite a fancy like breakfast place, because it was my birthday and my dad was taking me for a nice breakfast, and she was there, and I was like, my dad had his back to her, and I was like, Dad, don't look now, Lily Allen is behind you. And obviously he was like, where? And I was like, Dad, no! And then we like locked eyes, and then she like waved at me and I waved at her, and I was like, oh my God. Because this was a few years ago, so I didn't know if she knew who I was, and she did, and she like blew me a kiss, and I was like, this is crazy. And then I didn't want to bother her, but then I saw that she was getting up to leave, and I was like, I've got to say something. So I got up, and as she was leaving, I was like, I just want to say, like, I love you, and thank you for just being you, and like being such an amazing like writer for me, because I was like, I don't think I would be doing what I'm doing without you. And she was obviously like really humble and sweet, and I was like fangirling to the max. Yeah, for sure. How dare you mention Eurovision in my presence? I'm traumatized. No, I'm joking. Eurovision secret, it's just, I mean, the fact that it's bonkers is not a secret, but I think just the amount of like work that goes into it, and it's worth every second, but I just don't think people even know. Like, there's a turquoise carpet, that's what it's called, it's like the red carpet event, and I think like the little clips you see from it, it's like, oh, like cute little interview. You're on that carpet for 4 hours. Like, you're on that carpet, it's about, I think it's like 180 meters long, and you're on that for, it's like 4.5 hours. And I know it's like, oh, poor you had to do a red carpet for 4 hours, but it's just like, everything is just times a million. And I was wearing the most uncomfortable shoes, and by the end, there's like a big kind of moment where you go up these steps, and it's like the final thing, and you like take your pictures, and I was like, the second I turned around, I was like, oh my God. I had to get those right off, but they look cute, so that's all that matters. Who would I have picked up a Eurovision fling with? Probably Noah Kyrell. Hottest woman in the world. Not to like, what's the word, degrade her, because she's, you know, very talented, smart, amazing woman, but she is so beautiful, and like even more beautiful in real life. Do I have a party trick? I can like do that thing where I like shake my eyes a bit, but I'm not very good at it anymore. But it's like, I can do that, and then I can like make my eyes shake. Hurts my head. I used to do it when I was younger, like really well, and now I'm like, oh, getting old. Can't. Thank you so much for watching. Love you.